Testing. Can you guys hear me now? There we go. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I believe it's the webcam issue. So unfortunately, we won't be showing the webcam. However, what you guys can see is you can see the questions. However, this is distracting from what we're actually trying to achieve, and that's go through the actual platform. So what you can do, if you look here, there's the raise your hand tab. If you raise your hand, I'll unmute you and then we can all hear your question instead of having this distract us from the view. Okay. 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 Yes, Guri. Guri, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a question? Or you were just testing the hand gesture?
I was just testing the hand, thanks. I'll put it down. Okay,
No
I'll put it down.
Awesome stuff. So everyone's up and running. So just for technical glitches, I hope you don't mind. Let's give it until 10 past 9 according to my computer, but it's obviously 10 past 6. Then we'll get started. Okay. Just out of curiosity, everyone has opened an account, I'm assuming so. Is there anything on opening an account or maneuvering the actual website that you guys have a question about? There we go. Hands up. Guri, are you testing again? Sorry, are you testing again, Guri?
No.
Okay.
No, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, my hand is down. I'm not testing.
Okay. But you don't have a question on the website itself?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, awesome. So no questions. Let's get the ball rolling. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is my demo account, and I just wanted to show you how everything's working out and how to go about everything. So, firstly, we have the part where the chart is, which is this center console. Let me just zoom in a bit. I have the center console over here. This is where you'd put your chart windows, obviously. And then on the left-hand side, we have our market watch. Market watch, for those of you who've been with GT247 for a long time, you can compare it to the watch list. So here, what you can do is you can say hide all. After you've said hide all, you can add any instrument you're looking to start with. So for example, if I want to trade platinum, just press platinum, enter, there it is. And if you see the default view, it shows the bid and the ask. You can also add a column for the last traded price. You can also have the spread as well. So for example, with this, you can see what type of spread that instrument has. Actually, I think I should bring this to this side. Okay. Okay, that's the spread we have there. And then now this is the chart. And if you want to add anything to so if you want to add platinum and see the platinum chart, you just click on it and drag it to the screen. Then you will see the instrument. Okay, very important. What you want to do is that you want to find your default setting as a trader. So what you do first is that you right click, go to the very bottom, right click on the chart, go to the very bottom where it says properties, and on properties, this is where you start your everything out. So for example, you go to column. I love to look at candlestick charts, so I'll go and click on candlestick one, and then I go to the last tab. On the last tab, you click your background color. I like a white background. Your bar up and bar down. That's basically these lines. And then we have bull candle and bear candle. Bull basically means an upward candle. Bear means a negative candle or a candlestick going down. You can adjust this to any color you would like. And then when you go to show, you click what you would love to see on your chart. For example, if I want to have for it to show the open and a high, low, and close of the day, I'll click on OHLC. You want to show the quick trade buttons, I'll go into that later. If you want to show the last traded price, the ask, and the bid price, you can do that. Or you can take away the bid and the ask and only show the last traded price. You can have the grid there, or you can take it away, etc., etc. So for example, if I take it away, that's how it will look. And then what you will do next is that you right click again, go to templates, and then on templates, you would save the template, but make sure you save it as default with a lowercase d. When you do this, whenever you create a new chart, this will be the setup it will come as. Okay. But as promised, I said that I was going to answer a couple of questions before I get on with it. So 4 people sent me questions yesterday. I'm going to start off with Glenn. Glenn says, what is the time of the candles? Okay, basically he's asking, why isn't the times of the candlesticks or the time on the top left corner next to Market Watch not the same as South African time? A very easy question. It's because it's GMT. This is a European-based company, and unfortunately, we can't change that. So what you do with your trades, you have to just consider or add +2. So for example, right now it's showing it's 4 o'clock, add +2 or 2 hours, and obviously it will be 6 o'clock. Okay. Another question we had, how can I short a stock on the MT5 platform? From Jolene. How to short a stock? First of all, you click here. Let's say, for example, you want to short MTN. Type in MTN group. Bring it across. This is my demo account. However, MTN is closed at the moment, so I can't trade it. However, how you would go about shorting the stock, there's a number of ways. You can double click here from Market Watch, and an order ticket will show up. There you go. And then you will say sell by market. Obviously putting in the volumes in which you want to sell, meaning how many contracts you want to sell. One contract equals, each time it moves 1 point in your direction, you make 1 cent. If you have 100 contracts, every time it moves in your direction, you make 1 rand or 100 cents. Okay. Another question we have, by Sean Hall, what is the best time frames to use? In all honesty, when it comes to time frames, it all depends on you and your preferences. For day traders, they love to use a daily chart or a daily time frame. Your intraday traders look at your 4-hour to 1-hour charts, and the scalpers look at 30 minutes to 15 minutes. 15 minutes for me personally is a heart attack waiting to happen. But as I said, it's per preference, and whatever you feel comfortable with, you would go with that. Okay, I've got a couple of questions I see here. Let me just go through them. Okay. Gori, are you lifting your hand up for real this time?
No.
Oh, sorry. SQ. Please unmute yourself, SQ. Okay, I've unmuted you on my side. Please unmute yourself on your side. Okay, Paige has a couple of nice question.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening. I'm trying to add, when you go to under Market Watch, the
Mm-hmm.
symbols.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm trying to add like MTN or Anchor, they don't come up. I don't know why. And also, I see that you have 5 over 283. In mine, I've got 6 over 91.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's an excellent question, SQ. What's happened there is that it's obvious. I'm assuming it's on your live account, correct?
yes, it's a live account.
Okay, exactly. So what's happening there is that with the JSE, there's about a 70 to 80 rand charge that they charge each month to view live prices from them. That's a charge we will charge you. However, you have to accept it. So what you must do if you want to see the JSE listed companies, send an email to new accounts at gt247.com requesting that you want to have JSE instrument activated in your account. And what will happen is that will activate it and you'll also be able to get MTN and NASPERS and etc.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Okay. Another question from Paige. How does one read candlesticks? And John is asking, why have I muted him? Johnny, if we have everyone speaking at the same time, there's 34 people, it'll be kind of chaotic. So if you want me to go towards your specific question, all I will need you to do is just raise your hand and I'll come and unmute you. And then Tony is asking, how do we place pending trades? Okay, let's go to that. So in order to place a pending trade, we're going to do it on something that's currently open, which is gold. Boom. So let's say we're looking at this chart right now. It's an hour chart. It's hit this part 13,220, 1,300 rather, 220. And we're assuming that this particular instrument is going to continue going up. However, we are kind of skeptical, and we're only going to go up when it gets past 1,330. So we're going to put an order to buy when it gets there. So what we're going to do is going to go to new order, and then, okay, let's do it for gold. So double click on gold. And then when you go to type, there's pending order, and then there's market execution. Market execution is for you to get into a trade immediately, where pending order is when the criteria, your specific criteria is met. So for example, we want to go long or buy when it gets to the price I stated, which is $1,330. So we're going to put a buy stop order. Let's say a volume of 1. The price is 1330. No stop loss for now. No take profit for now. We can say, do you want this to expire today alone, or good until cancel? That's what GTC stands for. Or you can put a specific date. So if you say specific date, I want to hold this until tomorrow, you can then place the time as well, and then you would say place. After you've placed your order, it will be under your toolbox. It will be under the balance. So for example, let's say I already have a trade on this. So I already have a trade. The trade is here above, and then below is the order. So once this order, or the criteria for the order, is triggered, the order will go from below this balance line to above it. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope it does. See the other questions. Just hold for me, please. Okay, I'm gonna come and speak to you, Nomta. Yes, Nomta, you're unmuted.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, great. Well, I want to ask that how do you really make real money? You know, like I'll just make an example. For me, I have been trading, and then sometimes I only make like six rand, 20 rand, you know, and I would put maybe volume 1. So I think this is 100 or I think. So it would like make only maybe 20 rand. I think it's more of a scalper, yes, if I'm correct. But what would be your advice when it comes to trading? Is it about how much money or how much volume? You know, if of the currency, I have been trading the euro and the US dollar. So
Okay.
is it about how much volume or how much lots as the, you know, as per the terms of the forex, or like what is it all about, you know, so that you can start to make money that you really can see that makes sense, not 6 rand, 20 rand, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, no,
Yeah.
I hear your question. That's an excellent question there, Nomta. Let me just remove this. The best thing for that, Nomta, is that you have to have a strategy, and also don't try and become a millionaire overnight. So, for example, that 20 rands you're overlooking right now is 20 rands you didn't have. So, for example, let's say you're currently working and you're making 20,000 or 15,000 rands a month. Your time is worth 100 rands an hour, just below or around 100 rands an hour. Or so if you can add then $20 to that each day, it will accumulate over time. So it's all about time in the market, not getting one trade that makes you a millionaire overnight. So it's all about taking baby steps. And if you're able to, let's say you're starting with 500 rands, and by the end of the week, you've made $50 profit, you've actually made a 10% growth on that 500 rand investment you started with. And if you continue to keep that trajectory or that same return, you will be able to then make a lot more money. 10% a week, for example, is 40% a month if you can get it. So for me, the best way to do is to plan your trades, also to take it step by step, not to try and have that one trade that makes you a millionaire. It's all about going in as often as possible. It's taking those small wins And also try and get your success rate up. So for example, if you trade only once a week, but that once a week you always getting it right, that's better than someone who's trading 100 times and getting 90% of those trades wrong. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Just on the orders again, I want to go through them one more time. So in terms of the pending orders, if you have a look here, there is 6 pending order types. There's the buy limit, sell limit, etc., etc. What I'll focus on for now is the buy limit, sell limit, and the buy stop, sell stop. Buy stop and a sell stop, that's if the trade, let's say for example, with the current share price is 100, right? And you're saying that the price is going, you're anticipating that once the price goes to 110, the share price is going to continue to go up. That's when you would use a buy stop, meaning that as soon as it gets to that higher price than the current market price, you want to buy. And vice versa with a sell stop, if it's at 100 and you anticipate as soon as it gets to 90, you want to sell that particular instrument, you would put a sell stop, meaning as soon as it gets to a lower price than where it currently is, you want to sell or go short. On the other hand, we have a buy limit and a sell limit. A buy limit is that, let's say again, the price is currently at, using this, the price on the screen is at 911. You're saying if the price goes to 900, you want to buy. That's when you would use a buy limit, meaning that if the price goes from the current 911 below the price it is at, you want to buy. And the sell limit is saying that if you're anticipating that the price is going to first go up a bit, let's say go to 920, then it's going to go down, then you would put a sell limit. Okay. The other two is just a combination of the two I've just stated above. If you want me to clarify on that, just raise your hand. I can easily do that. However, I'm thinking in terms of time, I want to just go on with the other stuff. Okay, we've got a few questions as well. Okay, Tabo is asking, why do open positions, okay, you can see the question, sorry. Why do open positions get closed out every day, etc., etc.? That's so that we can run a mark to market. Oh, Paige, sorry, Paige. Okay, let's start with you, Paige. I'm going to come to you, Tabo. Please, what's the saying? Bear with me. Sorry, yes. Let's go to Paige. Oh, okay. How does one read a candlestick chart? Is that the question, Paige? I'm assuming that's the one. Okay, that's the one. Okay, awesome stuff, Paige. So how to read a candlestick? Each candlestick tells you something. So right now we're going to look at this candlestick right here. So this long green candlestick, what it tells you, because we're on an hour chart, this one candlestick represents 1 hour. And then what this is telling you is that this is the price, the bottom of the body, which is the solid line. It tells you that's the price in which that candlestick opened. And throughout the whole hour, the price went up to the tip top, to the end of this wick, which is the high, which is 1,344.08 cents. And it went all the way down to the low, which is $1,339.10 rather. So it went all the way up and all the way down within that hour. And then when the hour ended, it closed at the top of the body. So you're going to look, you see, it says open, high, low, and close. So open and close is the main body of the candlestick, and the high and the low is the high and the low of the candlestick. So here's another example here with this candlestick. You can see the open and close are very close together, where the high and the low is much further. The high is at 1341.2, and the opening and the close is 1338 point something. So that's how you read each candlestick. So if I go to a daily chart, that means that this one candlestick rather represents one day. Okay. More questions? Okay. Okay. Namta, GTC means good till cancel. I'm going to answer DW's question and Tabo's question. Same question is, why do we roll you over each and every night? So if you are aware, and I see that DW is currently, that we are currently using CFDs. And with CFDs, we close you out at the end of the day and then put you back in at the same price. However, if you hold it on the long term, essentially it doesn't make much of a difference. It's just that we need to run the mark-to-mark process, and it's a business decision that we have gone with. Okay. So Namta, I hope you got that. GTC is close to, good till cancel. I see there's another question that came up. Lulama. Lulama, your question refers to the same question that DW asked, and it's a business decision that we have. It's a business decision that that business has decided to go with regards to the mark-to-mark process. Yeah, and that's why we do that. DW, unfortunately, I'm not in the position to get that. Oh, who can I take this up with? Okay. Luckily, the nice thing about this is that every question gets saved. So what I'm going to do is end with the email addresses as soon as you logged on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your questions and I want to forward them to my seniors, and then they will see or they will react to it accordingly. Hope that answers your question, DW. Paige has another question. Okay. Paige, that's a in-depth question that you're asking in terms of using candlesticks. How do you determine which side how the trade's going to go? What I would suggest you do, actually, we have written a blog about this. Let me actually show you. If you go to our website, go to resources, and you click on the man with the knowledge, Barry Dumas, or to be more specific, go to education notes. It gives you, for example, on candlesticks, as you say, here are 6 candlestick patterns you might want to know or have in your arsenal. How to use moving averages, RSI oscillators, charting patterns, how to use the platform itself, quantitative easing, etc., etc. So we have a lot of information that we have given out in terms of how to go about actually trading. And I think that you'll find a lot of value if you go here. So it's, as I said, you go to our blog, our website. From our website, you go to resources, and then from resources, you go to education. Okay. Another question. Yeah. SQ is the movement of trades based on your network? No. The price, we have no control on the movement of the network. Might play a role in you seeing the movement on time. So it is best to be in a place with good network. However, it will move regardless whether you have network or not, whether you're on the platform or not. But it's good to have good network so you can follow promptly. Namta is asking, oh, so that's what. Okay. Okay, Namta, I don't understand your question. I might have to unmute you. Kuri is asking if she can implement an MT4 expert advisor strategy on MT5. Unfortunately, at the moment, no. It's not even from our side. It's from MT5, the head offices themselves. They're still integrating the two together. However, it's not up to speed as yet. Then we have another last question. Okay. Looking to use trend lines and stochastics on the chart. I'll do that right now. How do you set up a trailing stop loss? I'll show you that right now. And how do you close out your trade? How does closing out the trade at night affect us? I'm not too sure on what you're trying to ask there, Billy. Do you want me to unmute you? Unmute you, rather. Okay, as you type, I'm just going to go to whose question? Morgan's question. Okay, Morgan, how to do this? Let me get rid of this. Okay, so what you do is that you go to insert. No, not insert, sorry, view. And then on view, you're going to first go to toolbars and then add line studies. Once you've added it, you'll see it here on the top row. Here are your line studies. This is your cursor arrow, obviously, to curse or go around the platform and click on stuff. The crosshairs is to show you what price and when, so you can see the date and the price it was in. And another cool feature is that if you click and hold and go, let's say, to the bottom, you can see how many bars it took for it to get there and how many points you could have potentially gotten. So that's a nice use of that. Here are your different lines. So for example, to draw a vertical line, you click on it and boom, you've drawn your vertical line. You can move it left and right, up to you. And if you wanted to stay in one place, you just double click on it and you can't move it anymore. Okay, you can delete it afterwards. Then you go to horizontal lines, exactly the same thing. And you can also, if you right click, go to properties of the horizontal line, so right click on it, you can then change the color, change the style, change the thickness, and also add a nice small description. Let's say daily support. Then you can add it there. Sorry, I didn't, just have to go to properties to show that. There you go, it shows you daily support. So you can see that that's your daily support line. Double clicking on it and you can't move it, and then you can go around freely and it comes with you. Okay, if you want to put channel lines on, click there, then you go, boom. That's how you would draw your channel lines. Okay, there you also have your Fibonacci. You can also add text, and also if it's a good or bad trade, you can remind yourself. That this was a bad trade with a thumbs down, or if it was a good trade, you can give yourself a thumbs up. Boom. How to add stochastics and indicators, you just go here to Navigator. If it's not showing on your computer as a default, you just press Control N. If that doesn't work for you, you go to View, click on Navigator. It will show up there. Click on it. Now we're looking for, let's say you're looking for moving averages. You'll click on Trend. Moving averages there. But you said you wanted to see the RSI, or stochastic rather. Grab, put it on the chart, put in your parameters, click OK, and there you go. Okay, let's see if there are any new questions. Okay. So, Herman? Okay, awesome stuff. Actually, it's these two questions are related. So one question is, how do you add additional indicators to your candlestick? I mean, to your chart. And the other one is the MACD that is currently at default is not satisfactory. So for the MACD, I'm going to start with that. I would say go to Market, and then there's going to be a search button. At the search button, I want you to type in traditional MACD. The traditional MACD has the old settings that we all used to and love. Okay. And the great thing about this particular MACD is that it also draws the convergence and divergence lines for you. And if you're obviously using MACD, you know how to use those. And for example, this is indicating that you should buy according to the convergence, divergence, and you can see the two lines there, they're about to cross. So I think that this one will work out great for yourself. I'm not sure who asked for that question. Herman. And then for the other gentleman, you wanted an Arun, I think, indicator, you say. What you do is that you just go to you come here, to the market, go to indicator. There's the Arun indicator. Just check if someone's selling it or not. Unfortunately, this one you would have to purchase. MT5 doesn't allow. MT5 doesn't allow it. You would have to purchase it to get it, or it does allow it rather, but not for free. Whereas the traditional MACD is free of charge. Okay, still more questions. That's awesome. I love questions. Paul. Well, Paul, when you say same time, if you have two computers, yes, definitely. But you can trade on a USD account and the ZAR account on the same computer. So, for example, here on this one computer, there are 3 accounts here. And this, for example, yeah, let's say the top one, that's my dollar account. The bottom one is my demo account, and the one in the middle is my my ZAR account. All I would have to do is just double click on it. It will show that, and I just log in. So you can bounce in between the 3 different accounts, or 2 accounts in your case. Okay. Yes, Morgan, you can program it. However, that's up to you. You would have to build what do they call it? The expert advisor yourself, or the expert advisor yourself, where it will pick it up and also trade on your behalf, or set up the indicators. However, that you would have to build yourself. Okay. Khat is asking where you can find information for future reference. Excellent question. Okay. Priscilla, I'll answer you now. The help button, F1. Okay. Maybe let's not get this to the online version. Now, where is it now? It's F1 now. And there you go. Once you've downloaded it, you can go through everything, how to do trading robots, and it tells you exactly, or to a certain degree, how to go about it. Okay. So I would say just download the particular, what do they call, help book. Then have a look at that and read through it. And that will, if you have any questions I haven't answered, I mean, this thing is very powerful. So there might be some questions I will skip over today, or something that I've overlooked. But that is a great tool to use. Skip that one. Alethea, Unfortunately, MT5 is not compatible with a Mac. However, we do have a solution for that, and that is a web trader browser. And what you do is go to the site again. And resources there. Found it. Go to web trader. And then put in your details. However, you have to log in first. However, you will just have to work from a computer's point of view or website. For MacBooks, it's web-based. Okay, I'm just trying to find the question. Sorry. Okay. Yvonne's asking a question. Okay. I don't understand your question, Yvonne. Do you mind if I unmute you? Trading stop for Morgan, sorry. But Yvonne, if you don't mind, I will unmute you after this question. So trading stop, putting one here. So you have to have a trade open first before you can put a trading stop. Right click, go to trading stop, 30 points, and it's done. It's not showing. All you have to do in order to see it is right click here. Wait. Oh, it hasn't kicked in already. It has to first go the points to kick in. So let me. Oh, it has. There we go. Yeah, it hasn't kicked in. But that's how you go about adding the trading stop. Okay. So as I said, to repeat, you right click on the trade, go to trading stop, and then you add the points you want the stop loss to trail by. So for example, 20, 30, 45, 0, 5, it's up to you. Another question we had was, what? Priscilla. So yes, Priscilla, the trade has to be active first in order to do that. You have to save it in the correct pose question. If you have a EA or a robot, you have to save it in the folder for the particular EA. So you can show more, buy from the market, create your own. However, if you're creating your own, I'm just looking at so many screens right now. Okay, once you open everything, it tells you here, as I'm looking here, it says where do you want to save your work, etc., etc., and that's where you'll save it on your computer. But it will only read it from a specific computer. So if you put it on this computer and you go to another computer, it won't come with you. What you will have to do is either put it on a flash disk and then put it in that particular folder in your computer. But it's going to be under your MT5 folder on your desktop or in your computer somewhere. Just going to cancel it. I'm thinking because we only have 5 minutes left, it's going to take me too long. If you want me to actually go further on that with you, Mpo, just say yes, or please call me tomorrow and I'll do so first thing tomorrow, and then you can go through this personally outside this webinar. Priscilla, on how to download an indicator. Okay, you go to market. Now, unfortunately, the Arun indicator costs money. However, let's say we want to buy, I'll go to the traditional, but I've already bought it. The traditional MACD, that's free. Advanced price movement predictor is also free. MACD colored zero lag, that's also free, etc., etc. So there are some free indicators, and there are some indicators that cost money. So I would suggest you just go to market, search there on the right hand side, and then you will see what costs money and what is free. Okay, let me buy one of the free ones for you there, Priscilla. Done. And there it is. Okay, I put it on the one thing. Okay. And that's it. I've bought one there. Any other questions? Last questions? Why, thank you, Yvonne. I don't believe so. All right, Dilwe. I don't believe you can't download indicators on your cell phone. There are some standard indicators, but I don't believe you can download more. One more minute. Any other questions? Last round. Of course, you can contact me. Grab a pen. I'm going to give you my number right now. Number is 087-940-6037. One more time, 087-940-6037. Okay, swap geld is for holding a stock overnight. Email, okay, let me answer geld first. So it's holding a stock overnight, but it has to be JSE listed at the moment. However, the currencies and commodities and indices will also come into effect in due time. However, as I said, it's only for stocks at the moment. So if you hold it overnight, there is a stable rate plus or minus 2%, 2.5%, depending if you're going long or short. If you want more clarity on this, please download our cost profile from our frequently asked questions. Yes, Morgan, this indicates the beginning of that. I will be running classes, bi-weekly webinars, where we're gonna target specific topics, and then we're gonna also have live sessions for here in Johannesburg, where you can come in through to our offices, and then we can meet, put a face to the voice, and then we can go through the particular questions you might have. Oh, Jolene, my email address is, okay, no, it's a tongue twister. Let me type it. Really, the best thing you can do is open a new demo account. Do you have a live account? If you have a live account, you shouldn't be then. The best thing is to have a live account. But if you really, really need a new demo account, you can open a new account on our website to create a demo account for you. Okay, Jolene, did you get my email address? I've just sent it. Just have a look, please. Okay. Awesome stuff. Last round. No more questions? If not, thank you very much, everyone, for taking your time out to join me for this particular webinar. I hope it was informative, and we will be having more of these. I'm going to have what do they call this? The events calendar up in a short while, and then we'll go through everything. I'd like you guys to interact with us, to tell me what you want to know more about, etc., etc., so we can, we can tackle those problems. And as all, yeah. So thank you everyone for coming and joining, and may you have a safe evening. Goodbye.